Welcome, I'm Jason with Cerakote. In today's video, we will demonstrate the process to remove and replace the Keyence area scanner lens to fix a window pollution error on your Cerakote robot. The tools required for this project are a small Phillips screwdriver, in our case we used one from this assortment, a razor blade or razor knife, a pick tool, a large flathead for prying, a 1/4 inch Allen wrench socket on an extension, an SAE Allen wrench set, a caulking gun with the black SEM silicone sealant supplied with your critical spares. It also may be helpful to have an impact gun for removal of the hardware. Lastly, the supplies required are a microfiber towel and some gloves. The first step is to remove the splash shield with a 1/4 inch Allen wrench. This may also be done with an impact gun. Carefully remove the shield without damaging the unit. Here you can see the debris on the old lens. This is the reason why we're changing it. Using a razor knife or razor blade, scribe the old sealant to help with removal. Using the impact gun, remove the remaining perimeter bolts and carefully set the housing on the ground. Make sure not to strain the cable that runs to the area scanner. With an Allen key, remove the 4 retaining bolts that hold the housing into the plate. With a flathead screwdriver, carefully pry it out. If the seal was dislodged during removal, press it back into place. With a Phillips screwdriver, remove the 4 bolts that retain the lens to the Keyence area scanner. Carefully pry the lens out of the housing. With a pick tool, carefully remove the old gasket. Make sure not to touch the inner workings of the area scanner. Install the new gasket in its place. With a clean pair of gloves, remove the new lens from its bag. Slide in and spread the ears to fully seat it. Next, install the new hardware that is supplied with the lens. Tighten in a crisscross pattern and be careful not to over-tighten. Carefully scrape the old sealant from the area scanner housing. This needs to be surgically clean, so make sure that all surfaces are free of old sealant. Next, carefully reinstall the area scanner into the housing. Be very cautious not to touch the new lens against any metal surfaces. Lastly, thread in the retaining hardware and hand tighten with an Allen wrench. Using a microfiber towel, clean the mating surfaces of the 2 housings. Install the area scanner upside down. This will make the sealing process easier. Next, apply a thin bead of sealant around the groove that separates the scanner from the housing. Be very careful not to get any excess on the lens. Wipe away any unwanted sealant from the housing surfaces. Next, apply a thin bead to the 2 vertical areas on the housing. It may be helpful to keep the applicator tip clean during this process. Unthread the bolt holding the housing on and flip it. This will be its final resting place. Be careful not to pinch the cable when installing the housing. Reinstall that first bolt and leave loose at this time. Apply a thin bead of sealant to the remaining surfaces. Hand thread the remaining bolts to the housing. Install the splash shield. And tighten in a crisscross pattern to evenly secure the area scanner housing. If using a power tool, tighten until you begin to feel resistance. If unsure, you can check to make sure that all hardware is fully tightened with an Allen wrench. And that concludes the replacement process of the Keyence area scanner lens on your Cerakote robot. Thanks for watching.